Hello YouTubers, this is Dog Sky 100 and I am coming to you today for a review of my new boaphile plastics. But you're probably wondering why I'm showing you my bearded dragon. The reason why I'm showing you this because of the way that I done fixed the tank up a little bit to look a little bit better than what it is. As you can see, the bearded dragon is well active in this tank, and that's just what it is. It's a tank, but it's a Zilla tank, so it's appropriate for it. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is actually my boaphile plastics 64-21D combo cage. Here it is. This is the combo cage that I waited so long for. There you go there, and there's the extension piece that makes it the combo cage. The reason why I decided to get this combo cage is because I wanted one side to be the humidity side itself, and I wanted one side to be the dry side. Now, before I get to explaining how I have this thing hooked up, I first want to give a shout out to Rodriguez 491 for responding back to me when I had asked him questions about his cages. Once again, thank you, Rodriguez 491. I really appreciate everything. Keep making those good videos. Okay, back to the boaphile plastics. Okay, inside this boaphile on the dry side, I have actually the heat watt tape. It's the X2. It actually comes from the end of this cage where the hinge is at exactly to where this second hinge is at. It takes up half of the cage, and it's equally as wide. Oh yeah, it's a big heat tape. Was it worth it? Yes. I'm going to take and pan up. As you can see, I have the radiant heat panel. The radiant heat panel is actually the 1611. I would recommend anybody who's going to get these cages invest in the heat panel, because trust me, you can't go wrong with it. And if you pan up over here, I would take and say I have, it's actually the Renko thermostat controller. That's also worth it. I would say pick one of those up. If you haven't got another kind, I say pick this up because it regulates your heat and temperature completely. Jeff hooked it up where it's all on one piece, where I was able to hook both of my heat pieces into that. So it regulates both of them. It shuts down when it hit 90. It stays off for at least about a minute or 2 minutes, and then it goes back up to the regular heat. And as far as on the moist side, look at that temperature. Right now the humidity is 65 degrees in there. It haven't rose nowhere over 65. I haven't had to spray it or nothing. I haven't, that's just the substrate that I have up in there. As you can see, it's that reptile bark, but it was already moist when I pulled it out, and it came in at 65, and it's been like that all night. As you can see, the temperature on this side is 74. It fluctuates between 74 and 73, and it goes no higher. That's a good thing. Now, I put a little thermostat, well, not a little thermostat, but a little heat pad, and I mean a small heat pad, just so it can keep the humidity up just a little bit. This thing turned out to be perfect, just the way that I like it. And the boa happened to like it because the boa goes on that side, it stays on that side, and it walks around or do whatever, well, crawls around. It do whatever it do as a snake. It curls up, it buries itself under the substrate, then it comes out. It goes on to the dry side, which I have the other substrate, which is the, I forgot the name of that substrate, but just by y'all looking at it, y'all can tell exactly what it is. Back to the back to the cage itself, I threw some rocks up in there for when this thing decided to shed. I have a soaking water dish, and the humidity on the side doesn't get as high as much, and that's the way I like it. I like to keep that side dry at all times. But I did put the water bowl over there because I wanted to have a little bit of humidity. Not too much though. And I want to take a pan back and let you see this cage once more. As you can see, this is the combo cage. Combo cage 64-21D. So I have to say, Mr. Boaphiles, thank you, thank you, thank you. You made my life a whole lot easier. Y'all probably wondering why I decided to take the boa out of the tub. The boa decided to grow a little bit faster than what I thought. Now, I watched different people videos where they said that within a year time that they get a certain size. I haven't had my boa not even a year. Nowhere close to a year. When I first got it, it only shedded one time for me. But then it shedded the second time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's the way that I'm feeding it. I'm feeding it the fuzzies. And I'm feeding them like 2 fuzzies every Thursday. The snake is active, is happy. But I want you to look up on this wall here. As you can see, this is the shed to the snake. The yellow, as you can see at the top, it has the yellow tack. If you pan all the way down, as you can see, I've written up on here, this is 24 inches. That's exactly what the first shed was when I first got the snake. But then if you look at the blue, this is the second shed. As you see, this second shed here came out to be 33 inches. I was quite impressed. So if that's 33 inches, that means that this snake that I have in this tank now is basically about, I'll say about 34, 35, could be 36. I guess I'm waiting for the next shed. And then I'm going to measure. I'm going to keep an update on these sheds because I'm quite fascinated by the rate that this thing is growing. That just shows me that I do have the right temperature. I have the right humidity. And it's all coming out in one piece. That's the best thing about it. But if you decide to order this cage, I would definitely recommend that you get that radiant heat panel. Even if you don't get the, I say the flex watt heat tape on the bottom, get the radiant heat panel because it's well worth it. I have both of mine running right now, and I have the thermostat with the probe coming out in the back set in the middle of the tank itself. Not exactly in the middle, but I mean, when I say the middle, I mean up underneath the radiant heat panel and up underneath that flex watt heat tape. It sits right in the middle. And because it sits right in the middle, it gives it the perfect temperature. Now, when I got that ideal, I actually got that ideal from one of the guys on YouTube. I don't remember what his name is, but I follow a lot of people on YouTube, you know, because this is my first boa. I was used to the pythons. I would take and buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. But then I said, I'm going to keep it for myself. So what I settled down with was one ball python that's right now, he's in a tub. As you can see, the tub is holding humidity in there quite well. And right now, he's in shed. You know, he's in a deep shed. His eyes like milk coated over. And I'm not going to bother him because I want him to go ahead and shed. But I also have him hooked up to a thermostat. This thermostat is at, as you can see, 90 degrees. That's what it is. I have, as you can see, a ceramic heat emitter on the top of the storage bin itself. And up under the bottom, I do have a heat pad. But I have both of those hooked up to, as you can see, this thermostat. Now, I want to show you something. I'm going to hit this. And as you can see, the humidity in there right now is 60. That's what it stays. It maintains at 60. I'm definitely quite fascinated by these tubs. So anybody that has a baby ball python or any kind of snake, I would definitely recommend get you your tub. But eventually, you're going to have to get one of these. You know, you're going to have to. I mean, if you're getting a boa. Right now, and I don't know if my boa is a male or a female. I'm going to have to take it, get it sexed, find out what it is. And I'm coming up on my minutes on YouTube. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to take and let you know. I will be making an update video when I fix this cage up. Thank you everybody for watching. Keep on watching, and I'll keep on making videos. And I thank you very much, and goodbye.